Okay, song number 2. This is a song called Old Wound that I wrote for a friend of mine who lost his son very sadly and tragically when he was only 8 years old. And he ran away from it for many years, understandably. But I was moved to write this song after he told me he realized he had to go back and fight his demons and face them, and he wasn't going to feel better until he resolved it that way. So it was really inspiring to me to have someone share that, and I think it's good advice for anybody who's gone through tragedy. It's very true that we often want to run from it because it's painful, but sometimes the only way to get through it is to go through it. So this is called Old Wound.
Watch the sunset every single day from the turquoise chair behind William's place. You feel the force of every crashing wave. Are you hoping for a little bit of grace? In a picture frame on your office wall, an outline of his hand so small. White lilies always on a kitchen table, an act of faith that helps to keep you stable. You gotta let that old wound breathe, air it out, and let the pain leave. You'll be using booze like an old He stacked his clothes in a neat little pile, went to meet his maker dressed in a smile. You stack your empties high along the wall, a constant reminder that you too could fall. And you got a cherry red truck from the 40s, a burned out headlight, but it's still in its glory. And you drive me home down a 2-lane highway, and sometimes I'd swear that he was right here beside me. You gotta let that old wound breathe, air it out, and let the pain leave. You'll be using booze like an old band-aid. Rip it off and let that old wound breathe. I know I'm just a kid, but I feel your pain. It doesn't help that we all share the same name. I know I'm not your son, but I love you like one. Let me love you like one. You gotta let that old wound breathe, air it out, and let the pain leave. You've been using booze like an old band-aid. Rip it off and let that